the fallen. A nation's economy is always a work of complexity, which accounts for the divergent opinions of economists, who often come down on different sides of the big issues, as in what works and what doesn't. Broadly speaking, the conflict is between classic and Keynesian economics, with the former of the view that the market is self-regulating, and the latter of the view that the market isn't self-regulating but must be massaged and managed by public policies. The latest stimulus package is Keynesian, after British economist John Maynard Keynes, as was the bailout of the banks and financial entities. It seeks to influence events by an aggressive expansionist fiscal policy. But it seems like this is less stimulus than stopgap, for it seeks to stimulate something that is in an almost deadly shape. Look at it this way. If your heart stops and you're given a powerful jolt of electricity, your heart may resume beating, but the problem is hardly solved. You don't need a defibrillator unless the system, the body, is in an advanced state of collapse. And it's that state of serious illness that isn't being addressed. The American economy has been ill for quite some time. Much can be traced to the NAFTA era, which sought to emphatically transform the economy to one run on information and financial services, with the manufacturing to be exported abroad where labor was cheaper. Unfortunately, no serious educational efforts were undertaken to adjust to this dramatic economic shift, and instead, a decade was wasted on largely irrelevant battles over No Child Left Behind, when millions of children experienced school as a test-taking machine instead of a site of substantive learning. With manufacturing hollowed out and real wages falling annually, how could the economy not have a massive seizure? For of all the money roaring through the U.S. economy, over 70% is from personal consumption, which means the economy is consumer-driven. Let me illustrate. The U.S. GDP, or gross domestic product, for 2006 was over $13 trillion. Personal consumption of goods and services was over $9 trillion. The net effect of joblessness and lowered wages is a hit at the heart of the economy that $750 billion could hardly touch. Until the fundamentals can be recognized and corrected, these problems will continue, and the economy will sputter along until the next heart attack. From death row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal. These commentaries are recorded by Noel Hanrahan of Prison Radio.